Hello everyone, I'm Tego and welcome to Storytime. Today's story is part 9 of A Tale of Two Friends. As you recall in part 8, Cleo and Neisha walked around a fence and they met Cleo's brothers who were being taken away by some old lady. And so today we're going to find out what they're going to do next. In part 9, Motherly Advice. The sun was now going down in the sky. Neisha and Cleo waited in the grass to hide from view. They watched as people started to leave the building, enter their boxes, and leave the place. As the lights in the building extinguished and the boxes cleared from the area, they left their hiding spots and decided to explore. Cleo once again jumped over the wall, this time landing on the other side. Neisha thought it would be best just to run around and to see if there was another way in. Since Neisha had dark fur, it would be easy for her to run around and not get seen by the boxes. Cleo, on the other hand, decided to scout first before Neisha joined her. She disappeared over the two walls and went in to explore the buildings. Neisha ran along the wall towards the path. Again, the crisscross fence followed the similar patterns as the hidden fence. She walked around and found a place where there were large gaps in the wall. She looked at them. She wouldn't be able to squeeze through these gaps. She looked down and saw that the gap under the fence might be able to fit her. She shoved her snout through the hole, then her head and her neck, and then she got caught in the wall. She withdrew herself from the hole. I hate this, she thought, as she used her front paws and clawed at the ground. The ground moved. She did it again. More dirt moved. This gave her an idea. She started to attack the ground. She pushed dirt to the side or under or between her legs. Every now and then she would stop and measure how far she could fit through the hole. It wasn't too long before she was able to squeeze her upper body through the gap and able to get through it by flattening her hind legs and squashing her belly to the ground. She pushed her front legs and pulled through and poof, she was through the fence. She ran up the abandoned path towards the building where she was greeted by a second wall. The second wall was easier to get through than the first one, as the gaps were wide enough for her just to slip through them. She called out. She sniffed the air and caught Cleo's scent. Cleo had somehow managed to jump high and get onto one of the buildings. Neisha followed the scent. She called out again as she moved around the buildings with Cleo's purple thread in view. She saw that the purple thread had jumped off the top of the buildings and walked into another building. Her color started to mingle with her mother's blue. She thought about interrupting, but something caught her attention. It was her mother's and brother's scent. She moved towards it. She called out. Neisha's mother said. Neisha directed herself towards the cries and moved towards them. She entered the building to the right of Cleo's. She walked through. There were many dogs, in all shapes and sizes. Some even looked like her. She cried out. Cried the familiar voice of Neisha's mother. Neisha cried out for joy and ran to her mother. She kissed her mother. Her mother asked. Neisha said honestly, and recounted how she came to find this place. Her mother listened carefully, adding in a few whimpers of sorrow and support. She finished her tale. Neisha's tail stopped wagging instantly. She asked, confused. Her mother started again. Her mother finished. Neisha complained. Her mother cut her off, just like the time when they were being caught. Neisha moved away from her mother. Bailey's voice broke through the background. Said Buddy. Neisha turned around. She saw that her brothers were both in the same cage. She moved towards them and kissed them. She asked them. Bailey responded. Neisha asked. Buddy replied. Neisha asked. Bailey responded. Neisha said before moving away from her brothers and walking back to her mother. Said Neisha's mother. She replied. She kissed her mother once again, walked to her brothers, kissed them too. She took the smells of her brother and mother and pushed them back into her memories, just like what she had done with Cleo's brothers. She didn't need them anymore for now. She went outside to the buildings where Cleo was waiting for her. Cleo saw Neisha was looking down. Neisha looked up at her. She looked at Cleo, her eyes watering. She cried, making all the dogs in the building yell out. Cleo went to her and kissed her all over her face. It made Neisha giggle and stop crying enough to ask. Cleo recounted how when she decided to explore, she just wanted to jump around a bit to see how high she could jump. This led her to jump onto the building and look around. As she jumped onto the building, she had seen 2 open buildings out the back, with dogs and cats just talking to each other. She actually headed towards the dogs' buildings at first, but realized she was heading the wrong way and moved towards the cat one instead. When she entered, her mum called out for her right away. Her mum had told her about what had happened after they had caught and how her, Jasper, and Leo were separated. But she was happy that Jasper and Leo would still be together. Cleo had told her mum that she had seen the person that took them, and they looked nice. She told them that when they talked, they said they were sorry. She also told her about what they did after they saw the family get caught. Neisha asked shyly after Cleo had finished. Cleo nodded. Neisha asked. Cleo giggled. Neisha said wistfully. Cleo said. Neisha said. Cleo looked up, her ears pricked. Neisha finished. Cleo asked, as confused as how that was going to happen. Neisha said. Cleo agreed, not knowing how this was going to happen, but she believed that in Neisha's words. And that concludes part 9 of A Tale of Two Friends. Join me next week for part 10 as we see what happens after this. As you remember last week, I said that I had a book that I self-published on Amazon. So if you want to pick that up, links in the description, and I will see you guys next week on Storytime. Goodbye.